So we're going to talk about the connectors, right? And what does it take to be a connector? It's not something necessarily that you learn. It's not necessarily something that you are born with. It's kind of something that you live with. Right? You can evolve as a connector. Every single person in this room is a connector. It's just a question of whether you have really evolved or whether you're still in your beginning stages of it. And I want to give you a little bit of background of how we got to this. So my remarks today and my reflection of being a connector, and I didn't know I was one until the whole Leadership Philadelphia thing happened, and I'm going to tell you about that in a second. But it was all sort of started by this book, which if you're in the back of the room and can't see it, it is The Tipping Point, How Little Things Can Make a Big Difference, written by Malcolm Gladwell. So how many have read this book? Oh, see, so you're devotees of Gladwell. We're like a cult, really, seriously. If you've never seen him in person and have the opportunity, do not miss it, regardless of what the ticket price is. It is he's a fantastic, fantastic visionary, and really kind of a futurist. So Gladwell writes, this is one of his first books, and in this book he talks about a lot of different things. It's really a good read. If you haven't read it, get it and read it on your iPad or whatever you want to do. I mean, mine is old because I'm old, but anyway, so there's a section in here called The Law of the Few, and in that section Malcolm Gladwell talks about the three distinct sort of persons in the society that surrounds us. The connector, the maven, and the salesperson, right? Or the salesman, I forget what he calls it. Anyway, the connector idea is really what has sort of taken root in a lot of ways, because 10 years ago or sooner, I mean, he wrote this book in 2003, 10 years ago, connector was just becoming the word that people, or make connections, networking, right? I loved what Unica said, because I say this in every presentation. You build your network. When did networking become a verb? It's not, right? But we've evolved it to mean the act of making contacts and building your Rolodex. Now, there's no shame in a yes answer in this session. Who does not know what a Rolodex is? All right, so could you raise your hand, stand up for me? Yeah, come on. Tell me your name and where you're from.
Danielle Haggerty, Chamber of Commerce.
So Danielle Haggerty, Chamber of Commerce. A Rolodex is something that used to sit on your desk. P.S., we don't really even have desks anymore because we're virtual. Sit on your desk, and it had little cards in alphabetical order, right? It was like where you went to look. So Hannah still has a Rolodex. See, I'm feeling you, girlfriend. So it's a place that you would go to look up phone numbers and things. You probably look yours up on here, right? Or maybe not even here. Maybe you just tweet people or whatever, right? But anyway, I'm having fun with you. What do you do at the Chamber, at the Greater Philadelphia Chamber?
I do media and marketing.
See? Perfect. All right. Well, you have my permission to use the word Rolodex at any time you like. It's Rolodex, which is really not like it's like a deck of cards. Anyway, so thank you for owning up to that. But I bet you if I say to Danielle right? Haggerty, I say, do you know what Slack is? Okay, stand up and tell us what Slack is. I learned this yesterday at a session.
It sounds familiar, but I actually don't.
Does anybody else know what Slack is? Talia, of course. Come on. Come up here. Speak into the microphone. Come on.
Slack is used a lot in the technology field as a collaboration, sometimes project management tool for tech projects.
There you go. It's like LinkedIn meets Snapchat or something. It's like a crazy... It's kind of I had never heard of it, and I'm sitting at this meeting, and I'm like, seriously? She's saying Slack, S-L-A-C-K? And yes, and I said, so does that mean that people use it are slackers? Like, I don't know. Anyway, but I digress, which is part of my superpower. I mean, frankly, you know, sometimes we start out this conversation going in one direction and we end up completely in a different place. But I'm going to stay on point here because I'm going to tell you that this book right here, Malcolm Gladwell, inspired this book by Liz Dow, who's the president and CEO of an organization called Leadership Philadelphia, right? Who has heard of leadership? Keep your hand up if you've been through leadership. Okay, so there's a little cluster right here of leadership people. You need to meet each other if you don't already know each other. And Lisa Dixon, stand up. She will be the connector for you, so just look her up after this is over. So Liz writes this book called 6 Degrees of Connection, How to Unlock Your Leadership Potential. This book came as a result of her being so ignited by the Gladwell book and the idea that she was inspired to say, for the 50th anniversary of this organization, we're not going to have a gala, we're not going to do a party, whatever. We're going to do a study and develop some lessons that we can gift to the community. So I wasn't on the board at the time, but had I been there, I would be like, seriously, we're not having a gala? Like, but Liz decided that she was going to take this premise, the Gladwell thesis, and run with it to see if there were things about connectors that directly informed leadership, okay, small L. So the art of being a leader. So she decides that, now this is in 2003, okay? She decides that she says, we have to make it legit. My word, she would never say that. She said, we have to make it so that it's credible, that people will not think it's just us trying to promote ourselves. Kind of a woman thing, right? Don't promote yourself. She said, and let's do a survey, and we'll try to get people to tell us who the people in this region or this community are. So now, 2003, there was no Twitter, right? There was really no, Facebook was, I don't even think, I mean, it was MySpace, or what was it, right, MySpace? Is that what it's called? Yeah. I don't know how I drew that up. Anyway, MySpace, there was, really email was just coming into its own. So I'm telling you, people that are not boomers or Gen Xers, there was a time when people used a thing called fax. F-A-X, which is an abbreviation for facsimile. It was a fascinating thing, a machine that you would put a document on, and it would take a picture of the machine, and it would shoot it out over the phone wires. It was crazy, because out of the other person's machine would come this piece of paper that was a copy of it. It was remarkable, right? So you're saying, what the hell does fax have to do with this? What it has to do with it is that, did I mention there was no Twitter, there was no place, no real social media. Huffington Post didn't exist. There was no place to promote an idea. So Liz calls up someone who was her connection, a guy named Chris Satullo. Many of you probably know him. He was then the city editor for the Philadelphia Inquirer, the newspaper. Remember it? Okay? And Chris writes this article about Liz's experiment and the Connector Project. And if you were interested in participating in this survey, you should fax or email or call. Oh yeah, call whatever the number was. So Liz says, all right, who's going to be the sort of synthesizer of all this information? So they decide, no disrespect to Fels and the University of Pennsylvania, They hired a place in Boston to do this, okay? Now, apparently they didn't know Drexel and all the other fine high ed, but they hire the H school, that does the business review, and they said, help us with this, okay? So Harvard takes all these survey results. Now, remember, 2003, 7,000 people, different people, respond to the survey. 7,000. And the survey responses were answers to questions that required the names of people. Oh, right, no Survey Monkey either, so no electronic, right? No ability to put little button, check yes or no, or rate this with, no. You had to write with a pen and paper on this thing and then fax it or email it or whatever okay. 7,000. So Harvard takes this and they're like astonished that, first of all, that there's that many people who were engaged in Philadelphia, because after all, we're Boston, right? Or they're Boston, that's what they're saying. So they take the synthesized information, and out of 7,000 responses, 101 names emerge as people that are thought of by other people who could help them. They never used the word connector. They never used any of the words connectors or any of that stuff. Nothing that's in Gladwell's book. So they're asking questions like, if you were doing a project in your neighborhood, who would you turn to in order to be able to, get an introduction at City Hall? That would be a kind of a question, right? So the 101 names come out and are published in the newspaper. Guess what? 85 of the names on this list. So people now read the paper and they're like, who's in charge of this? How did my boss's name not get on the list? Like, 85 of the 101 names were people that no one ever heard of, including me. So I'm like, what the heck is this? Well, the next year of that journey was Liz really educating the community and gathering information for her book about what is it that makes a connector a connector. So now I'm going to give you, hopefully, the memorable part of the presentation. Because, and no, Whole Foods is not a sponsor this year, but someone take a picture so we can go get money from them next year. But one of the things that connectors have in common with everyone in this room is that, we all wear a lot of hats, right? That means we have a lot of different roles, we have a lot of different characteristics. I'm going to use my small collection to illustrate the characteristics of being a connector. So, this one, what do you think it's for? Hard work, yeah, not so much. Building relationships, building a network. I'm going fast because I got the signal for time, like, oh, maroon. All right, what do you think of this one? So firefighter. Notice no one said fireman. That's good. We've evolved. Firefighter. This for me is one of the quintessential connector hats because it's the first responder. When you need help, if you go to a connector, you will get it, right? Now, just like you don't have to think or Google what to do if there's an oven fire in my kitchen right now, right? What do? You call the fire department. You know they're going to show up. If you call the fire department and there's no fire, what happens? You get a bill. Well, that's one thing. But you start to lose credibility. Remember that thing, the boy who cried wolf, right? Because you're wearing them out. Don't wear connectors out because they have long memories. They really do. Okay, here we go. Keep going, Nancy. Oh, this is a good one. Detective. What's a detective known for? And right, investigating, solving problems. Yes, and, right? So connectors are incredibly curious people. So who back in the room, the early people who got here first, and I can't see because there's a big light shining in my eyes. Who are the women who I came up to and spoke spoke to during the, okay, so is that Susan? So stand up and what did we talk about? We talked, right? I asked you about where you work. I asked you about I asked you how you got here. You said exude. You know, I mean, so right? So we had conversation. I'm over the fact that you asked me nothing about my business. But connectors are really curious. They want to know about you because they want to be able to make a relationship or find something that you have in common. And speaking of in common, there's one trait of the connectors that is actually a contrast, right? So this, sorry? So Davy Crockett, and what was Davy Crockett known for? Pioneer, right? So someone that would wear this hat, which by the way, it's real fur. I mean, seriously, do you want to see it? Sure. Check it out. It's cool.
It's legit.
It's legit. So this hat, right? And this hat. Isn't that cool? I love this hat. Seriously, I'm just going to do this again one more time. What do you think? It's super cool. What do you think this hat and this hat have in common? That's good. I have been doing this for 3 years and no one's ever said Groundhog Day. I love it. So you made me laugh, which is always a joy, but no. They have absolutely nothing in common, right? Because the person that wears this, or that would wear this hat, and the person that would wear this hat are typically in different worlds. And this is what Gladwell's thesis was, that connectors seem to have a foot in both worlds or many worlds. So that means that, you know, the more different the networks are, the more connected they are because of people who are able to sort of straddle both. It's really a fascinating thing. Almost done. Here's a good one, right? This is where you don't take yourself too seriously. What do you think this one's for? Connectors, right. So connectors are actually people that try to make everyone feel good. They really do. That, you know, they're the first person to make a joke, they're the first person to like joke about themselves, but they take the time to really celebrate successes and celebrate failures. I mean, who was it earlier today? I don't know whether it was Unica or somebody said, you have to be okay to fail. Was that you, Talia? Or you have to be able to make a mistake. And honestly, you know, connectors are forgiving, except if you keep calling them and asking them for things and then don't follow up with them and tell them that their connection worked to help for you. So today, when Christine came up and told me, you know, about the impact that this subject, not me, this subject has had on her, that's joyful for me. So thank you for sharing that. And I guess that takes me to the final hat here, which is the connectors are the caring, compassionate people. They really do care. They care about their connections and making sure that they get what they need. And they care about the people who are going to become their connections because they have an insatiable appetite for meeting new people. So honest to God, today is like a day trip to heaven for me, because all these people I've never met before, it's crazy good. And, you know, I really want you to sort of experience the power in this room, all right? I told you I'd bring it all back. I want you to experience the power in this room. So, my book is called Exercise Your Ask Muscle. Why? Because somehow we have been conditioned to not ask for help, right? When you're 5 years old and learning to tie your shoes, oh yeah, Velcro wasn't invented in 1956, okay? So we used to have to tie our shoes. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. No slip-ons, right? When you went to Holy Savior School, you needed to have your shoes tied. I'm just saying. But, you know, a kid is learning how to tie their shoe, and the parent says, can I help you? No, no, no. I don't need help. I don't need help. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. No, no, no. I don't need your help. So from like a young age, it's like, I'll do it myself. That's crazy. Because we do need help. Unica talked about it. The panel talked about it. We need help. But just like if you New Year's, you know, resolution says, I'm going to the gym and I'm going to work out. When you start doing that, if you haven't been exercising, it's going to hurt. Right? Yeah. So my advice to the connectors in the room, or the wannabes, is you have to have daily exercise for your ask muscle. Now that means you don't necessarily have to ask for something. You can say, how can I help you? What do you need? Sometimes that's more comfortable with you offering, not asking. But because I love to illustrate this topic with people that are here because they want to be involved and improve, I'm going to turn this over to you for a minute or two. So here's how this goes. So you're not going to have to stand up and do any kind of jumping jacks or any of that stuff, but you can. I mean, it's a free country. But what I am going to ask you to do is exercise your muscle if you have something you need. So take 1 minute or 30 seconds and think about something that you need help with right now. It doesn't have to be about your job. It could be anything. Who needs help? All right. I'm not ignoring you. I'm going to help this lady over here. Yes. And the rule is stand up, say who you are. That's a gift to us, and where you're from.
My name is Robin Minkoff, and I live in Elkins Park, Pennsylvania.
Okay. What do you need help with, Robin?
I need a new job.
Okay. And what are your skills? What are you looking for?
I've been a chief operating officer and a chief development officer in the not-for-profit sector for 28 years.
Right.
And my job is eliminated in May.
Oh boy.
I've had a very hard time because the field that I was working in was relatively small. So I came today with an intention of meeting people, so perhaps I can find new avenues.
Okay, Robin, come out from behind the post. Just come up here for 1 second. Just come up here. Because I know for a fact that there are people in the room who are recruiting for talent in their organization. So Robin Minkoff. Now, so here's a note. Make sure you can see this. All right, that's okay. Because when people want to meet you, they're going to want to know who is this fabulous woman and how do I get her in contact. So you're looking specifically for administration or advancement?
A senior level position.
Oh, she's not even going, not even limiting it. Can you be a CFO?
Yes.
Well, your part-time controller is always hiring, and they're phenomenal. I'm just telling you. So she's saying to me, I've been a CFO, but I want a new experience. What's your new experience that you're looking for?
Executive director, chief operating officer,
okay.
chief development officer,
okay.
profit leadership.
Okay. Anybody in the room have a connection that they know there's talent being sought right now? Yes, please stand up, tell us who you are.
My name is Beth Dolly. I'm the executive director of Compass, the strategy consulting all pro bono for other nonprofits. I also co-founded the Tech Program in Philadelphia almost 10 years ago.
Oh wow, good for you. Bravo. That's a really good.
I never thought of myself as a connector, but as I think of it now, I probably really am. And I had a catch-up breakfast with an old colleague yesterday who is looking for an executive director.
All right, Robin, go back. Just make your way back there. Get right down there now. Seriously, come on. All right, who else? Hannah needed something. Go ahead.
My organization is called Sisters. It's a loving term that African American women call each other. It's SUSTAHS. Sisters United, sharing time and heartfelt support. I'm trying to get every woman that I meet to connect with me because they're doing something for someone else. And I created a shirt with that logo and that name on it that I want every woman I've ever met to wear. So can you please give me your business card before you leave so I can tell you about the organization and ask you if you'll wear my t-shirt.
There you go. Sisters, and that is Hannah, who's also a Leadership Philadelphia graduate. Okay, who else needs some help? There was one over, yes, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa Dixon. I'm in the Montgomeryville area. Actually,
Do you want to get on the stage? I mean,
no. I
You're
just
like in my space,
I'm
Lee.
sorry, I didn't want my back to somebody. So I am leading a project. I have a passion for youth to inspire them, to empower them, to have a voice, to find the greatness in them, and more importantly, so they're not sitting here at 40, 50, and 60 years old still wondering what their passion is. To find that now, you're never too young and you're never too old. So my ask is, I am doing a project with youth at North Penn.
This is why you never let the person hold the microphone. Come on.
At North Penn High School, we're going to run the first annual community fair to have nonprofits come in so these youth can find where they're connected to, what their passions are, and get engaged and take action. So if you're a nonprofit in the Montgomery Township area,
Or not.
you'd like to partake in this event, please come see me.
Beautiful. Thank you. Now we want to abbreviate these questions, okay, a little bit. Thank you. I'll come to you. Because you're trustworthy. You're trustworthy with the microphone.
It's so exciting.
Okay.
All right.
It's better than Rachel Ray.
It's so much better. All right.
I feel like I was upgraded
I have
by
a 16-year-old daughter. She's about to be a junior in high school.
Her name is
B. And if any of you have been through the college search experience, if you have found a book or a tool to help you organize that search, I would be most grateful.
I guarantee you there's people in the room who can do that. Who are you? Who has kids that have successfully gone to college? Look at that. Look at that. Lisa Dixon wanting to be on the microphone again. Deb?
Hi.
Don't make me take that away from you.
No. I just want I want you to help you by sharing. Just Leadership Philadelphia has a leadership collaborative group for nonprofits. You spend $150.
Awesome.
And they hook you up with board members. I'm the CEO of Council for Relationships. We're probably getting 3 board members because of that leadership collaborative.
Fantastic.
And it's the best investment, and there are great people coming out of Leadership Philadelphia. So I wanted to share that with you.
Thank you for that plug. I agree with you. Karen Singer, 20 years ago, I hired you to do the mural at Friends Hospital. The tile mural.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yes,
I was the CFO.
I do.
How are you? Oh my God. What the hell? I can't believe it.
She is definitely a connector.
All right, go ahead. What's your question? My question is, where have you been for 20 years now?
Right here.
Kidding.
So I'm an artist, and I specialize in highly custom fine art donor recognition for nonprofits.
Absolutely true and gorgeous.
And we've been finding that we can help people raise more money using them in different ways. And I am looking for clients. I need people who need what we do, and I really want to talk to you. Whether it's a plaque or an award, or it's for a capital campaign, or it's just for thinking about how the arts can help make what you do.
It's seriously,
more visual and
thank you,
visible.
Karen. And I will attest to that because Karen did an unbelievable ceramic mural. It is stunning for a capital campaign that we did at Friends Hospital before I left there. Yes. Ellen Williams back there. Always I count on you. Singer, S-I-N-G-E-R. Whoa.
That's for Karen Singer. So our donation funding is a nonprofit at Field, and Karen does our tile for our Pilot of the Year award. So
Could you speak up? Yeah, but don't let her have it for a long time because she's not trustworthy that way.
My name is
her from Bluebell.
Ellen Williams. I run Angel Flight East, a nonprofit out of Wingsfield and Bluebell, and I just wanted to attest to Karen Singer's skill. She creates our Pilot of the Year tile and gets great rave reviews. So thank you, Karen.
All right, now I'm back here. Give it over. All right. Oh, Diana. And actually, introduce your colleague who's from Iowa.
Oh. Because they're not part of our country, or like?
No. But I think there's a prize like farthest distance. Did anybody
Farthest
come
distance.
farther than Iowa for this session? Okay, see, you win. Where? Wait,
No.
it is Des Moines is in Iowa, right?
Yeah, Des Moines is in Iowa.
Like all of a sudden, I'm
Monica
questioning my
Warhide
geography.
came with me this morning because we work with Nancy and we wanted to hear Nancy's speech. So Monica's from Ohio.
Iowa.
We are an after-school program. We do mentoring for the inner city kids on the construction industry, and our biggest struggle is getting our message out to the schools and finding someone in the school that will pay attention to us and help us recruit the kids. So anyone who has contacts at high schools, we'd like to talk to you.
Beautiful. And her organization is called ACE Mentor.
Oh, I forgot that part.
Yeah. I'm on your team here. Yeah. Are you helping?
Well, I have an idea.
Okay.
But I had a question.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Can anyone help getting into? Oh, of course.
I work with a ton of schools in Philadelphia, and I have a few that would love this for the kids.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Beautiful. So Kerry Sautner.
Run and get my
Here, we'll pass it over. We're all connectors. We're all connected. Hang on 1 second. Was there anybody else who could help with ACE Mentors? Yes. Oh, Christine, Deputy CFO at the School District of Philadelphia. There's a connection. Hello. Come on. She might even be able to, get a little budget for next year. Who knows? Yes. Yes?
No.
Oh, question. All right. Okay, Hillary, you're on.
So I'm also a fellow Leadership Philadelphia graduate a few years ago. But I work for Wood Services, which is where Teen is now our CEO. And I'm looking for 1,000 people to come to Wood Services on May 6th, Saturday, May 6th, and run in our 5K.
Oh.
We're trying to raise $225,000 to help people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And our website is runforwoods.org. So I encourage you all to sign up.
Good pitch. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to do one more. Okay, just two. That's it then. All right, Corinne.
Yes, with Habitat for Humanity.
Pardon me.
The conversation earlier around balance, I'm curious, is anybody reading a really good book or a podcast right now that has lit them up? The book that you can't put down at night?
What's the book called, Anna?
Drop the Ball by Tiffany Goofy.
Oh, and she's actually going to be a speaker in Philadelphia this fall, I think. She's excellent. Drop the Ball, it's called. And I'm just going to tell you one thing. Hold on.
In addition to your book, Nancy.
Yeah,
After I finish
total.
your book, we'll-
Yeah, no. Balance is a myth. You're always going to have one or the other that's going to be taking priority, and it's a question of really, acknowledging those priorities. But to think it's going to be equal every time is just, that's crazy talk, right? That's not what you wanted to hear, is it? Sorry. Pardon me. Come on, Susan. You're like in the way again. Come on. Just to God. Who was over here? One more. Oh, yeah. All right.
Hi, my name's Winnie. I'm from Philadelphia, and I am on the board of a nonprofit, and we're looking to recruit diverse new board members, age-wise, demographic-wise, gender-wise, everything.
What kind of work does the nonprofit do?
It's an environmental protection organization. It's called Pennsylvania Resources Council. We have an office in Pittsburgh and in Ridley Creek State Park, and we do a lot of environmental education. We have a focus on recycling, waste diversion, waste recycling, stormwater management, like the whole slew of environmental issues. And our board is aging out, and we're looking to recruit newer, younger board members.
Excellent pitch. Lauren Christella here is going to help you. Go ahead.
We're launching a board governance program, and I need boards to put students on. So that's a 6-month program. We're going to train them everything you need to be excellent board members for you winning. Good.
Fantastic. And also the nonprofit collaborative that was mentioned earlier at Leadership Philadelphia is an excellent resource. Okay, I know lunch. Yes. So here's the thing. You're going to get a chance to do this. At your table, right now, before you go to lunch, I'm going to give you some instructions. At your table, look in the center. There's cards. See them? And in your bag, Glenn Mead has given you a really fancy pen that you can use. Okay, see those cards? You now have an opportunity at your table while you're eating lunch to try and exercise even further your ask muscle. So ask for things you need at your table, offer to help, make connections, write them down. After lunch is over, before we break up, we're going to take a survey and find out which table made the most connections, and there are prizes, okay? Does anyone have questions about the exercise? You ask each other, right? So go around the table, think of something you need. There's instructions on there, you'll see. The other thing I failed to mention is that if you want more information about the characteristics or the quotes or the, why am I using both microphones? Seriously? You guys should cut me off. Thanks, Av. AV Tech, his shirt says, I call him Av though. Up on the stage, if you wish to take one, there is a two-sided color resource for you that basically annotates the essential elements from the two books. And some of you may not know what this means, but I'm going to tell you, it says Nancy Dunleavy's Cliff Notes on connectors. Younger people, it's today's Spark Notes, okay? That's what they're called now. You've been a great audience. I can't wait to see what happens at your table. So come up here, Cherie. Come on. Cherie Perrone, right? Yes. Like Evita?
Wishful thinking?
Okay, well, you never know. I mean, you know, we're all connected somehow.
That is true.
Where are you from?
Lupus Foundation of America.
Oh, okay, good. What's your ask? What do you need to ask for?
Well, lupus is an autoimmune disease that primarily affects women. We are a large group of women. We are looking to revamp and revitalize our board. So we are looking for new thinking, more millennial thinking.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, much more millennial thinking, because we'd like to begin to think outside of the box. So I am looking for potential board members, committee members, help us raise awareness of this disease.
They have to give money?
Money is great. Money is always good.
Well, as a board member, you have to be involved in the annual fund and give money. All right,
correct.
so forgetting about giving money, who here in the room has on their bucket list join a board or knows somebody who wants to join a board? So yes, please stand up. What's your name?
My name is Elise Quinsett.
Elise Quinsett? Oh, Poinsett, like the flower. I'll remember you forever. Where are you from?
WHYY.
Oh, good. Oh,
my goodness, that's
wow. Wow.
This is a good idea.
I know it's a good idea.
This is
I wrote a book.
Thank you.
Read it.
I saw somebody.
Okay, what's your first name again? Elise, A-E-L-Y-S-E, Poinsett, like without the poinsettia, without the A.
Okay.
A-W-H-Y-Y. Go do it. And who else? Who else? There was other people raising their hand. Oh, Erica.
It's not me.
No.
But I have a colleague who has been asking me for about 6 months if I go forward looking for people. So I'm going to give you my
All right, good. Good. All right, and for your courageousness and fearlessness, there's a gift card for you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Good, Cherie. All right, here we go. If you've made a meaningful connection, something you asked for that you found a connection at your table, please stand up. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, remain standing. If you've offered to do something for someone at your table, please stand up. All right, so I am seeing that this table right here in the center has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people, right? What's my next highest vote getter? So I have 6. You come on up. Oh, wait. Oh, hold it. Hold the phone. What do we have back there? 1, 2, 3. 6. Tied. Oh, boy. Wait, right. So now we're going to have a duel. Sorry, your people had to leave? All right, well, that's what you got to be present to win. All right, so, sorry? All right, hold on, come on now, don't get out of control. I want a good review. All right, so this table was the first to stand up and send me 3 people from that table back there. So come on up. Because you're going to have to say what your connection was fast, though. All right? Here, you can stay down there if you want to, or come on up. It's all right. I don't care. I'm not. You brief.
I made 2, actually 3 great connections. One, relevant to my career at Campus Philly. Grace here came here from New York for school and stayed. She's a success story for Campus Philly. Christine here, I told her that one of the things that's been driving me for a while now is how to get involved and raise more awareness for paid family leave. She introduced me to Michelle Tepper at Exude, and we're going to have a meeting. And then 3, Tawana and Hannah both informed me that they have board membership opportunities should I want to get involved.
Awesome, Ashley. There you go. Thank you. Give it up for Ashley. All right, Christine.
I was just the connector today, Nancy.
It's nothing just about it. All right, Hannah. Brief.
I connected to Karen. I connected to Tawanda. Karen for Women in Transition, which I've always loved. Right. Tawanda does what I do on a different level, so I love that. I connected with her. I connected with her because I want to be want to get a board member.
All right, beautiful. There you go, Hannah. All right, Tawana.
Yes.
What's your claim to fame?
Well, thank you so much. I've been just connecting with the entire table. First, actually with Karen with regard to some business development ideas, as well as the potential of doing some mentorship with a gentleman that we're going to be connecting with about, as well as potential board membership with Ashley, as well as just new opportunities. I actually work with youth in development and career services, and I'm going to be speaking with Christine about that, as well as Grace about that as well. And then with Hannah, we do the same thing.
And with Hannah. Karen?
Sorry about that.
Help for a young man that I mentor from Tawana. Hannah connected her with Women in Transition with somebody that she knew years ago but didn't realize was, reconnected to. It just keeps going on and on.
You convinced me. You convinced me, Karen. And really good to catch up with you after 25 years. So, I mean, honestly, it is that long, seriously. Wheeler, who are you?
So, as the last person to speak from our table, I think you've heard about all my connections by now with both Ashley and Tawana.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much for your participation. All right, you 3, get up here. Oh, well, come around here so everybody can see your pretty face, Hillary. Don't hide.
Okay, so I met Erin at our table, and each year, WHYY, that's where I work, has a President's Dinner, and we honor someone at the President's Dinner with a Lifelong Learning Award. This year, it's Joe Biden, and yeah. And I asked Erin, because she is one of the people in this room who works for a for-profit company, if she would buy an ad in the program book, and she said yes.
Oh, love it. Good job. Good job.
I know.
All right, Hillary, there you go. Use that to offset her ad price. No, I'm teasing you.
Oh, no.
I'm teasing you. All right, Erin. Well done.
Yeah, I have another one, though.
Oh, good.
One of the people at our table who had to leave from the Education Law Center is looking for a new policy attorney
possibly, and I said that I have a friend who is in that.
Possibly, like they don't know.
No, I think I don't think it's like that. And I said I had a friend in that space who might be a great potential, who might be looking for a new opportunity.
All right, beautiful.
So.
There you go, hon. And Jackie.
Okay. I'm from Education Works, and Diana was looking for programs, high school programs for mentors. We have one of the largest out-of-school time providers in Philadelphia. Also with BBD, we're looking to relaunch our Young Friends group. So I think I have a new Young Friend partner. WHYY has a media program where they deliver media arts program with high school students. So we'll be connecting on that. I was very busy. And there's a bunch more, but those are the 3 highlights.
Awesome, Jackie. Thank you. Congratulations. So now you see how it was done. You were motivated by either dessert to do your exercises or the little prize at the end. And I really want to acknowledge that the folks at your part-time controller made that exercise possible, and the gifts were something that they are sponsoring. So thank you for your active participation. Thank you for being here. If you didn't get the cheat sheet, cliff notes, whatever you call it, it's up on the stage. And please, please, please fill out the survey, because this program was the work of a small group, but this group will inform the work of the next group. So my privilege to say thank you and have a good afternoon.